the day has come. Time to install the first part of the glass for the third level opening. Before we get started on this next project, let me rewind a little bit. Way back when, we got quotes for glass panels for all of these openings, and it was insanely high. So we hit up our favorite overstock window and door store, and we were able to find pieces for all of these openings for $400. Crazy, I know. Surprisingly, that was the easy part, because now we had to bring them back to our building site and get them up onto the third level of our house. And even though we got them up to the third level, we're not done yet. We also had to remove the glass panel from the door since we will only be using the glass panel. But now that we have all the materials that we need, we're ready to install these glass panels on the third level. Let's go! Hello! Headbands on. That means we're doing some big stuff today. Let me show you what we are working on. Let's go. Here I am on the third level of our house. You guys saw we installed the 2 sliding glass doors here, and this is the last opening of the third level to enclose the third level. We have some really cool things planned for these 2 openings right here, going out onto our little cantilever balcony right here. So right here we have one of our galvanized tubes. Right here we have one of our galvanized tubes. Basically what we're going to be doing is building a frame right here to install 2 glass panels. Viant had pulled the glass out and stored it here, which is why they're all wrapped up like that. So basically 3 glass panels here. 1, 2, 3. 2 of them are gonna go right there next to each other, and then the other one is gonna go on this side, but we need a door to access this cantilever balcony, so that door over there is gonna go right there. So it'll be door, glass panel, glass panel, glass panel to complete our cube of glass right here. Back when we were first starting, I was wanting to have as much windows and doors as possible, and I think it's safe to say we are accomplishing that. First up, we held a quick board of directors meeting to go over the procedure of the day. Then, when we figured out a plan of action, we started the first step, which was prepping the metal to be welded. Once everything was ready to be welded, we made sure the tube was level and set well, and welded it in. If you don't know this already, these galvanized tubes are left over from when we built our roof structure. We try to reuse materials when we can, and we've found a lot of uses for the leftover tubing. Next up, we are going to use our self-leveling laser level to set up the top tube.
And I need to mark with a silver marker because the stuff is black.
I'll bring it to you.
Okay. So cool is that? Alright, I unlock the power. Oh, I need to bring it more down once again. Alright.
This laser, look at my finger, oh my gosh, so funny.
Do we have a...
This laser level is incredible. Me and Viant love working with it. Look at this. Look at all the lines that it does. Like so far, so clear. It's so great. Right?
Oh, it's amazing.
Good stuff. Okay, so we welded this tube on the bottom, and now we need to weld the tube on the top where the laser level is set up. That's pretty much where we're going to be welding the other tube to create this frame to install the glass panels. So that's the next step. But first, a word from today's sponsor.
No!
Be careful because you might be drinking this. Today we are going to be installing the new reverse osmosis water filter by Waterdrop. Water can be full of arsenic, lead, chlorine, fluoride, and other contaminants, and that can negatively affect your health. One of the best ways to filter water is through a reverse osmosis system. Some of them can be easily installed under the sink, like this one from Waterdrop. The Waterdrop X series is really simple and straightforward to set up. It's DIY friendly, and it took us about 20 minutes to get the whole system set up. Included in the box is a smart faucet, 3 filters, and everything needed to install this system. One of the reasons why we like this Waterdrop RO water filter is because it has an 11-stage purification process. And it includes a remineralization function, which simulates the formation process of a natural mineral water and adjusts the pH of the water to be more alkaline. The smart faucet helps monitor the water quality and filter life. With a simple click, it can remove 99% of harmful substances and fill up a water bottle in seconds. The 2-phase purification process leaves you with pure filtered water, and the UV light eliminates bacterial growth. Compared to the typical 2-to-1 ratio most filters offer, the Waterdrop X series has a 3-to-1 wastewater ratio, which saves water. By turning on energy saving mode, it reduces noise and saves power by 40%. Waterdrop is taking several steps to become carbon neutral and help make a positive impact on the environment. The sleek and compact design makes it easy to fit under the sink, and it also comes with an extended 2-year warranty. We really love the Waterdrop RO filters because they're really easy to set up, and it gives you instant access to clean, filtered water. Having access to clean water is really important, and this X Series RO filter by Waterdrop is a great way to easily get pure filtered water at home. Be sure to click the exclusive link in the description if you're interested in picking up a Waterdrop X Series RO filter. Special thank you to Waterdrop for sponsoring this video. Now, let's get back to it. After a quick dance session, we held our second board of directors meeting and created our next plan of action. Viant marked where the tube will be installed and then worked on cleaning the steel with the angle grinder. We used clamps to hold the tube in place while we set everything up. This allows us to take our time and make sure everything is good before we weld it in place. When everything was set, I started welding the tube to the container. Next up, we're going to figure out the measurements for the center vertical part of the frame.
So we found out the middle of this tube, and with the laser we just like project it to the top, so we are sure it's like really like straight, and we don't even have to take any measurement for the top because the laser did for us. Good enough.
Nice.
Nice. Cool. So let's clean that.
One thing, my babies, it's mega precise.
Precision.
Precision.
Accuracy.
Accuracy.
German
engineering.
Let's see how long is it and go to cut two pieces.
Okay. So for the middle part of the frame we are fabricating, we are creating a T-shape with 2 pieces of angle iron. One thing that's sort of challenging is we don't have a lot of flat spaces to work on, so sometimes we have to get a little creative on creating a flat space to build stuff. When I was done welding, we took it over to the frame and started welding it into the frame. I did 2 tiny tack welds and we double checked all of the measurements before I completely welded it in. And just like that, we have the central piece to our custom glass windows. So we got the bottom tubing installed and this little piece of angle iron that we made into basically a T shape. I'll show you in a minute. And then the top tube, and we're gonna work on welding some angle iron on the top and the bottom and the sides to complete the frame. So right here you can see the T. It's like a T shape. So the glass is gonna come and sit like that, and it will be supported all around on each side. We are basically doing the same thing that we did for our container doors that we made into glass doors. It's just, this time we're just creating our own design. Very similar to the tiny windows that we installed on the corner of the house. Right here, these guys. Same concept, different spot. Successful day, and we'll get back at it again tomorrow. Another day of grind, weld, paint, repeat. My husband, like he always does, likes to sit and admire his work for like a while. Yeah. Alright. Job well done. Now we have to clean up this mess. Oh my god. After we were done cleaning up, we held our 3rd board of directors meeting, a debriefing hug, which is my favorite kind. And we're back. Grind, weld, paint, repeat for another day. Let's roll. Yesterday we welded in the beginning of the frame for the glass panels that we're going to be installing on this side of the 3rd level, right here and right here. So we have 2 more pieces to, actually no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total pieces of angle iron to weld in. Some at the top, some at the bottom, and 1 on each side. So that's pretty much what we are going to be doing today. Also, this is saran wrapped to try to mitigate the rust, because this area of the house gets pounded with salty air pretty intensely, and this isn't painted yet because we would like to wait to have everything installed, so we only have to clean and paint 1 time. So hope it works. Okay, anyway, so as you can see, headbands on. That means we're doing intense stuff. So we just have to measure, cut, grind, weld. Not paint, but repeat. All right, so I'm just gonna wait for Viant to get up here so that we can start measuring our stuff and jump right to it. Woo! Oh! All right, so now we're gonna measure, cut, grind, weld, and repeat. First step, measure. We had to get a little creative with this window frame we're building, especially since we had to create a frame to fit the glass panels. So Viant is working on cutting the angle iron that we will use to create the remaining parts of the frame. Once the pieces were cut out and ready to go, we busted out the self-leveling laser level to set everything up. Alright, so now we're going to use this handy little laser to line everything up and make sure all of our measurements are good. I'm going to include a link in the description to the self-leveling laser levels we've been using in this video in case you guys would like to pick one up. This is just a little behind the scenes video to show you guys how much I really use all of these power stations that I get. So right here we have the Jackery Explorer 300 and I'm gonna use it to charge all of my batteries. I burn through them so quickly, especially the GoPro batteries. They go so quick. Okay, just finished the one side, welding in the 2 pieces of angle iron. So let me show you guys what we did. So I think it might be hard to see unless I go up here in the shade. So as you can see, we have the 1 piece of angle iron that we welded in the front. And then the 2nd piece we put behind that one in this way. And the glass panel is gonna sit right here, like that. Outside. And again, the glass panel is gonna come and sit like here. Don't want to touch this because it's hot, because I just welded it. Alright, so now I'm pretty much gonna do the same thing, just reversed on that side over there. Now that the vertical parts of the frame are set up, Wayyyy is cutting the pieces that will make up the top and the bottom of the frame. So Wayyyy is prepping the steel, and then I will weld in the pieces that he just cut to the top and bottom of the frame. And now the frame is installed. We covered the steel because it's supposed to rain a bunch over the next few days, so hopefully that will help protect everything until we get a chance to finish installing the last part of the frame.
So what are we doing today?
So today we are closing this little gap that we have on top of the future window.
Where?
On the subfloor.
That's right, time to head up there and close the last opening of the one side. Alrighty, here we are on the 3rd level. Today we are going to be working up there. So as you see, we have most of the frames set up. We have a small opening in between the top tube and the tube of the container. So we're gonna be filling that in with some custom pieces of angle iron. Let's weld. How do you feel about your work?
Pretty good.
All right, this side right here is pretty much ready. After we paint, it's ready for glass.
So now that the frame is completely installed, it's time to do the part that we hate the most. Clean the steel to prepare it to be painted. So Wayyyy is going in with the angle grinder to clean everything. After that, we mixed up the first part of the two-part marine paint that we always use and painted the frame. We let the paint dry for a day or two and then went back and painted the second part of the two-part paint. The day has come. Time to install the first part of the glass for the third level opening. Pretty exciting. Let's roll. So, 2 of these glass panels are gonna go in those 2 openings right there. I have a bunch of stuff on the computer to work on, so Vaillant is gonna be tackling this project mostly by himself. Unfortunately, I always like to be here to for us to work as a team, but at this moment I cannot. So
what are we doing next? We will install the double-sided tape all over the frame, over there. After, I will take a razor blade and clean all the edge of the glass to make sure there's no silicone left or anything. We'll put it in the frame and we will put the sealant all around to secure it and make it like structural.
sounds like a plan. Vaillant cleaned the glass panels one last time and we were ready to install them. So we grabbed the first one and placed it into the frame against the double-sided tape. Then it was just rinse and repeat for the second glass panel. And it was at this point we discovered a problem. One of the glass panels has a slightly darker tint than the other glass panel, and it was unnoticeable until we put the glass panels into the frame. So now we have to figure out if any of the panels match, which means we have to remove the glass panels we just installed and compare them against one another to find a solution. What a bummer. Alright, so we ran into a little issue when we were installing the glass panels. So we were pretty much ready to install them, and as you guys saw previously, we bought them from like a discount, kind of like overstock misorder place. And there's nothing wrong with them individually, but one of them is just a tiny bit darker, the tint, than the other two. So basically, we kind of put them all together little by little to see which ones match and which ones don't. And we got two to match, and then the third one is gonna go in this bay right here. And the door all the way in the back over there, I think has the same tint. If not, we will go back to the window place and see if we can find something that fits. So that's a huge bummer, but I'm glad we caught it before we completely installed it, so we were still able to remove the panels and it wasn't too bad. So just a little bump in the road. It's not the first bump in the road we've encountered, and I'm pretty sure it won't be the last either. So yeah, let me show you what's going on over here. So these two panels, we put them up against each other. They match, and this is the one that's a tiny, tiny, tiny bit darker. Oh, I got some of the tape stuck on my hand. Double-sided tape, pretty funny. So we're pretty sure that this one matches the door over there, but we're gonna put them, before we install them, we're gonna put them side by side just to make sure. So yeah, like I said, a little bit of a bummer, but I don't know, that's life sometimes. And sometimes you just gotta problem solve and figure it out. So we're pretty much gonna call it a day because it's getting late and we won't have enough time to start to install the other glass panels. So get back at it another time with a new plan. Eventually, we figured it out and we installed two matching glass panels into the frame. So this story has a happy ending.
So, we select the panel with the closest visibility, and we just put them on the frame that my wife made, and we just put the double-sided tape and glue them into it. And now I'm putting some structural M1 to hold them in place.
Cool. We did it finally. Took us a little bit to figure it out, but we did it. Another step forward in our container house build journey. And although this one was a little challenging, we did it and it looks so good. Thank you guys so much for joining us for another episode on Pacific Pines Ranch. I really appreciate all of you that watch and comment on our videos, and I look forward to sharing the next step with you guys in the next video. Help support our channel by leaving a comment, liking, and sharing this video. As always, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to keep up with our projects and adventures on Pacific Pines Ranch. We put out new videos every Saturday and sometimes even during the week, so be sure to subscribe and hit the notification button so you don't miss any. Okay, bye.